Yo 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 yo. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Prop Talk. We have special guest Trent today, aka the CEO, aka Big Parlay Guy, the man, the myth, the legend. Trent, what's going on today? Unfortunately, Olivia will not be joining us for today's episode, but I promise you we still got some props that we can smash. But Trent, how you doing?
I gotta say that intro was hype.
Super hype. The production value of Prop Talk has only gone up. And that's big thanks to Nick as well. So, that's big. But yeah, so for the first couple minutes, we normally start off with the chat. So if anyone is live in the chat today, wants to throw out a play or say what's good, how are we doing, Bailey? What's on? Liv looks much different. No overs. I'm right here. What up, Pig-Filet? How we doing, baby?
Oh, God.
I'm skipping work meetings just to come to Prop Talk. Let's go, DH Bets. What Fast Break said. Oh, shout out DH Bets. They do a show, Fast Break, on their Twitch channel, so check them out. Liv looks, I would say, worse in this episode. So, unfortunate. But yeah, I don't want to waste too much time on the chat. Happy we got to say hello to everyone, but we do have some big games on the slate today.
Huge.
And some might even say the biggest games on the slate today if you're talking about just basketball. But we know there's NHL, we know there's MLB. But listen, we're here for the Trent getting a FaceTime. Dame is over 3.5 threes. We might have that in today's show. This is going to be the best prop talk yet. We got all the boys in here. Definitely missing Liv, though. But listen, the first game on today's slate is the classic Eastern Conference absolute battle, which feels like every time these two teams get together, it just gets more and more exciting. Bucks versus the Heat tonight on Primetime Telly. The last game ended with a Chris Middleton buzzer beater. And tonight, hopefully, is a little different once you see our party prop. But listen, for tonight's game, my prop for the Heat game that I honestly haven't felt this good about a prop in a very long time is Tyler HERRO over 10.5 points. Now, he averages 15 against the Milwaukee Bucks. He averages 15 on the season. He scored 10 in the last game, so that's why I believe they put his line at 10 for this game. I just feel as though he's going to have to start turning it on. And for his Heat team to win, he's going to have to turn it on. Duncan Robinson turned it on last game, as we saw. But listen, Tyler HERRO, get in your bag, kid. It's playoff season. So time to turn up the heat on him, buddy. Time to turn up the heat on them tonight. And I love Tyler HERRO over 10.5 points.
I like that pick. Honestly, I think if the Heat are going to win tonight, what are they, plus 180 odds? They're going to need a key performance from some of their role players like Tyler HERRO to step up. And I think if they want to win tonight, we're going to need this over to hit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Jay Grove, not used to me being on the left side. Wow, Tom Soy, really appreciate that, man. So are you, dude. Nets money line. Of course, Nikki Picks is talking about Nets money line.
He's the biggest Nets fan of all time. So.
But listen, Tyler HERRO tonight, coming off the bench, he's just going to have to bring out that Tyler HERRO swag that we saw in the bubble. And it seems as though he likes big games. So hopefully this starts his big game HERRO where he becomes that dog that snarls and hits absolute just wet threes from any part of the arc, which is why I love watching him, young kid. But listen, 10.5 points feels like kind of a freaking steal, so I'm going to absolutely steal from the sports books tonight.
It sounds like free coin.
I mean, if you're talking about free coin, this shot is free coin.
Give me it. Yes. That's free coin, dude. That's free coin.
That prop is actually a lock.
I might go.
I don't say the L word.
Put 2 more units on it.
I don't say the L word frequently, but that feels like a lock. And Trent, I know you don't have a pick for this game, correct?
No, I do. It's pretty sneaky. It's
sneaky. Oh, you do have a pick for this game. You do have a pick for this game.
So my pick in this game, here's my analysis. Okay, I think this over needs to hit for sure. If the Heat are going to win this game, I think the next one, this prop I'm talking about right now, absolutely needs to hit if the Heat are going to win this game. My prop for this game, putting a light sprinkle on it because it's plus 400, but we're taking Jimmy Bookit's alternate points over 30.5 at plus 400. I think he goes off tonight. He's going to go off tonight. HERRO can still hit his over even if Jimmy does go off tonight. And this needs to happen for the Heat to win. I really do. I think they do win tonight. I think that's really good value on them money line at plus 180. but I also think that Jimmy he's out for blood, and he's going to book it, and he's going to book it tonight. He might drop 31 on the dot.
On the dot. And listen, Jimmy Butler got big blocked by Drew Holiday at the end of regulation, or I think it was maybe overtime or something. Yeah. So listen, he only scored 17 points. He's going to have to show up tonight. I mean, if the Heat want any chance at a victory, he's got to be averaging close to 30 points this entire series, just because this Bucks team is so built out to beat this Heat team. And I know the Heat always give every team trouble, but listen, Jimmy Buckets, I should say, you're going to have to show up tonight. And that means cashing over 30.5. And look, the value in this play, it seems like the line just still isn't used to it. Obviously, he had 17 last game, but this is still Jimmy Butler we're talking about. Jimmy Butler. Marcus just actually swung for the fences. Dude, Marcus just took you yard deep.
Hold on. Look at this. I got this guy cleaning my window right now. Are you serious? In the year I've been here, I've never seen this shit.
Over under the amount of swipes it takes him to clean one window, I'll put it at 5.5.
All right, well, we're just gonna have to deal with that because there's nothing I can do.
We're gonna have to deal with that.
I'm not talking.
No, that's all right. We've dealt with worse. Before. But listen, there is another game on today's slate, or I should say tonight's slate. And this one, the dog took it in game one. The Blazers versus the Nuggets. I really do think that this game is going to be one of the best games we see tonight across all sports. I think Damian Lillard is absolutely turning up to Dame time. I think the Nuggets, they need to really start figuring this out without Jamal Murray. I mean, Austin Rivers might have to really start putting up some really good production, and Jokic is going to have to come to play as well as Michael Porter Jr. every single night for this team to even have a chance against this Trailblazers team that just might be clicking at the right time, which is always dangerous in the playoffs.
I mean, you know what time it is.
You know what time it is, so try and tell me your prop because you know what time it is.
Yeah, so according to the clock here, it's Damian over 3.5 3-pointers. That's what time it is.
According to the clock.
It's 3.5 over 3-point shots made time. And Damian, he's going to win again tonight. I'm taking a money line. I'm going to put 2 units on a straight bet on the Blazers tonight. I hate the Nuggets, dude. I hate watching the Nuggets and the shots they put up, the way they facilitate their offense. I just don't like it. And I also personally think Jokic is not a human being. He's not a human being.
Not a human being. Alien, some might say.
Dude, he's hitting shots that people just don't hit anymore. Like, I've never seen a guy like Jokic in my whole life. He's
never
one of a kind.
Bailey loving Jokic over 1.5 threes for the juice. Now listen, Trent, this actually plays in perfectly to my prop because I took Dame over 28.5 points. Now when I took this, the line moved. So it's now at 29.5. So the line is already starting to move that we're seeing. And I think you can still get 28.5 around like minus 150 maybe. But I know the line has moved since we clicked record. So be on the lookout for that. But listen, I think Dame could easily get 30, 35 plus in this game. I would feel comfortable taking this line maybe all the way to 40.5 with the way he's playing right now. And I honestly do believe that Damian Lillard will not be bounced out of another playoff series as early as the first round ever again. And especially not against his Nuggets team. And I think he knows no one on this floor can guard him on the Nuggets. There's nobody on this Nuggets team that can guard Damian Lillard right now. So Damian Lillard, when he wakes up, he's like Bradley Beal. Once he wakes up, he's good for 30 out the house. Slippers on, PJs on. You give him basketball sneakers, primetime television against the Nuggets, he's dropping 30 plus. So Damian Lillard 28.5, book it because that's absolutely going to smash, and he's going to hit 5 threes. So put it all on a table.
I have the hottest take. The hottest take. Portland's going to win the series, and they're going to go play the winner of Phoenix, Los Angeles, right?
Which is going to be Phoenix.
Portland's going to win that series too.
What? Then what?
Yeah. I don't know what happened with that. But I don't know what happens after that. But what I think happens is that Damian beats either Phoenix or Los Angeles and goes on to the Western Conference Finals.
Wow.
Yes.
I feel like that's almost not a hot take just because you look at this Blazers roster, Dame, McCollum, now Powell, you got Nurkic, you got playoff Melo. Like, this is a roster that should go very, very deep. And especially now with no Jamal Murray, the Lakers playing like a bunch of bums. I mean, you could see it, right? Dame woke up, decided we ball, and they're going to have 5. You heard it here first.
A Western Conference Finals matchup that consisted of Portland and Memphis. I don't know who I would root for. I have no idea. I think I would take.
I would root for. I take for.
I would take Memphis first half every game. First half. But I would take Blazers money line for sure every game.
But now listen, we do have a party prop, ladies and gentlemen. You know the vibes. Been here before. If you haven't, the party prop is a prop that Trent and I put our brains together. We mind melded, and we came up with the perfect pick that we're going to be riding together all night long. And listen, this one's a little different. It's not even a prop. It's a play. Today's party play is the Miami Heat +5 against the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, as Trent and I have discussed, it's Jimmy Bookit's game. It's Tyler HERRO's game. The Heat are not going to go down 2-0 to the Milwaukee Bucks. Jimmy will not allow it. Eric Spoelstra will not allow it. +5, if they do go down, is just insurance for the money line play that Trent and I will also be laying down. I mean, he's muted. The unprofessionalism is actually paramount.
Sorry, this thing is insane. But no, I'm all in on Miami +5. I think we're being soft by not taking the money line, to be completely honest with you.
Well, that's what I said. I said, listen, this is the Heat's game. The +5 is the insurance. You know, if you want to be safe, you want to take that +5. But listen, if you want to put all of your Bookit on the table, you're going to take the Miami Heat money line tonight against the Milwaukee Bucks. Jimmy Butler's not going down 2-0 to the Milwaukee Bucks. And I'll take that to my grave.
To the grave.
To the grave.
I feel like we're loading up on this game alone.
We're loading up on the Heat game is going to have a lot of units pending, which is something that makes me nervous but excited at the same time.
I mean, that afternoon, it's like you look at your units pending, you're just like, shit.
All right, well, let's run it back for the people for the one time. Listen, first game, primetime game for the NBA playoffs tonight. Bucks versus Heat. I'm taking Tyler HERRO over 10.5 points. I think this game is set up perfectly for him. He had 10 last game. Let's get over 10 tonight, Tyler. Trent, what did you take for the Heat game?
Heat game, I got Jimmy Bookit's alternate over 30.5. And you heard it here first. He's going to drop 31 on the dot.
With the window cleaner in the background, bottom right.
Bottom right window. Make sure you get that spot right there. You missed it.
You missed it.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah, there it is. And we have another primetime game for our props, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Blazers versus the Nuggets. My prop in that game is going to be Dame time over 28.5 points. I think this game is built for him. The line did move to 29.5. I still feel comfortable with it, almost up to 31.5. So do what you will there. Trent, what was your prop for the Blazer game?
Dude, I'm making my watch interface tonight. I don't know how I haven't done this already. I'm getting a picture of Damian Lillard. I don't know why I haven't done that yet.
Dame time.
But Damian Lillard over 3.5 threes made. That sounds like free coin.
Free coin. I think what I'm hearing is free coin. And then, of course, we wrap everything up and put a bow on it here on Prop Talk. We got a party play tonight, which means Trent and I came together with a mind meld, and it's the Miami Heat +5. But listen, the +5 is insurance. Trent and I both believe that the Miami Heat are taking this game to the crib. They're not going down 2-0 to this Milwaukee Bucks team ever, and definitely not tonight. We're also going to be playing that money line bet, but whatever you feel comfortable with, man. You know, I'm not going to tell you what to do, so if you want to be soft, go ahead, take the spread, but if you want to play with the big boys, you take the money line tonight.
Milwaukee Buns.
Nick, can I get that clipped? Just Trent saying Milwaukee Buns. But as always, I'll be posting exclusive on the Bookit Sports app. Trent is going to have a lay for us on the Bookit Sports app. If you're sitting there going, what is the Bookit Sports app? Let me tell you really quick. The Bookit Sports app is the one-stop shop social media scrolling feed application that is free on the App Store and Google Play Store, where you can do a multitude of things. We'll only break down the 4 most important things. You can post to that feed. You can post your picks to that feed. You can post your memes to that feed, your analysis, or you can troll someone on that feed. And including that, you can also follow your friends. You can follow content creators, and you can follow the Bookit Sports account and create your own following. You can also track your action that you're placing at the sports books, and we keep a record on your profile so we know if you're real or if you're just straight capping about how good you are at this ish. And also, if you're going through a struggle, a little hard time, need a little help, or you just want a lock for the night, you can also buy expert picks from our Bookit-owned verified handicappers that sell pick packages every single day and night. Download it free on the Google Play Store and App Store. Bailey, I know I saw that, but listen, buddy, it's for the gang. Oh, Nick, that was terrible.